Welcome back to Ball Life and Leather. Live life boldly with no fear or regrets. It's very sunny today. but I've been thinking, and a lot of people have been asking the same question: can I layer fragrances or not? And I also been thinking about that. Got a creamy latte right here, and I did a lot of research. So to save you guys time and energy, of course you can. The answer is yes. Of course you can. Get some ambient music playing in the background. Of course you can. Um, and the funny thing, I've seen a lot of famous reviewers, perfume reviewers, like what's his name, Jeremy Fragrance. So he got like I think he got over 2.8 million followers, and he said, no, 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 you shouldn't layer any fragrances. Don't layer it. It's already been layered for you. Why would you do that? Blah blah blah. That's total bullshit, and I'll prove to you guys exactly why. Let me get one of them, for example. I'll exactly tell you guy why what he said is bullshit, and you can actually layer fragrances. Let's take, for example, Mont Blanc Extreme Leather. Okay, this one has only three notes in it. Only three notes, right? I love this one actually. One of my favorite. This one has three notes: the iris, the musk, and the leather. Okay, but is there a rule to say that this one should have 3 or 10 notes, or is there a limit to how many notes each fragrance can have? There's no rule like that. There's no regulate. I mean, there's nothing to tell you how many notes you should have in a fragrance. This has three only. This one, for example, the original Polo. This one was only called Polo by Ralph Lauren, because this was released in 1978, the first one they released, and it has leather in it. This one has like 13 notes in it. Okay, so this one has three, and this one has 13. So it doesn't matter how many notes you have, or like the private blend, for example. This one has 6 notes. The Tuscan leather, this is my signature scent. There's no rule to tell you how many notes you have in a fragrance. So when you're layering fragrances, you're actually adding more notes. I, for example, love to layer this one, the Mont Blanc Extreme Leather, with the Tom Ford Ombre Leather. They're so harmonious, these two. And they're so similar that when you layer them together, they complement each other. Okay, so this one ends up, instead of having three notes, it has the additional notes that here. So when you spray it together, you layer them together, it becomes even more harmonious. And why not? This is all art. This is creativity. Okay, I'll give you another example. The notes in a fragrance, okay. For example, take a song, music. I've got a little ambient music playing in the background, okay? Is there a rule to tell you how many instruments you should have in a song? Of course not. And I'm using music specifically as an example because fragrance notes, if you notice, fragrance notes are taken from music notes, okay? And I personally, for example, I love calling, people say, oh, the nose behind this fragrance is this or that. I like to say the composer behind this fragrance is, this or that. Because a perfumer is a composer. They compose the notes for a fragrance. That's why the notes in a fragrance, they're taken from music notes. But anyhow, back to the matter at hand. Is there a rule to tell you how many notes or how many instruments you should have in a song? No, you can have a song with only piano. You can have a song with piano and guitar. You can have a song with piano and guitar and a flute. There's no rules. Okay, this is all art, creativity. And the same thing with fragrances. This is art and creativity. So you can have as many notes as you want in a fragrance. So when you layer them together, you're actually adding more notes. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just use your common sense. The only thing I would tell you, just use common sense. when you're layering, like layer something that layer things that could be similar to each other. It's just like when you're wearing a suit and tie, like if you wear a black suit, if I wear a black suit, I don't want to wear a red tie. I don't want to look like a politician because, all politicians or most politicians are liars, So for a black suit, I'll choose, for example, a purple tie. Just how you color coordinate your clothes, use the same logic when you layer fragrances. Like, for example, these two go beautifully together. The Mont Blanc Extreme Leather and the Tom Ford Umber Leather. They go so beautifully together. And when I'm layering these two, I would spray the Parfum first, because Parfum has more oils, so it sits closer to the skin. And then on top of it, I will spray the Eau de Parfum, because this one has more projection, more. Or you can, this is when you layer on the same spot, for example. Or you can layer them, like put this one on the right hand, this one on the left hand. It's up to you. There's no rules. So be creative and layer however you like. And there's nobody who can tell you otherwise. Nobody can tell you, oh, you can't layer that. Why not? If it makes you happy and it smells good, why the hell not? Okay, it's all creativity. And another evidence or another reason or another proof to prove to you guys that that dude was wrong when he said you should never layer. It's a big taboo, blah blah blah. When Tuscan Leather came out and the private blend came out in 2007, Tom Ford, actually, if you go to Tom Ford, the private blend, they say it's private blend. Any fragrance from the private blend can be layered with another one from a private blend. So this one could go with the oud wood or with tobacco vanille or anything. Okay, so the private blend, if you go to the private blend, it says that any fragrance from the private blend could be layered with another one from the private blend. And that tells you that, yes, fragrances can be layered. Is another proof to you that fragrances can easily be layered together. By the way, if you get one of these, the big ones, this is a 250 ml Tuscan Leather. This one doesn't have an atomizer. Okay, so when you buy it, you need to get a pipette like this one, so you can put it in some decants, for example, like one of these I have here. Just buy a glass decant, you can fill it up. Because I just didn't realize that they didn't have an atomizer. I thought when you take this one off, there's an atomizer there, but when you take this one off, it's just, see, there's nothing there. So, and all the private blends, you can buy them in 250 ml flacons like that. So when you get it, just get a little pipette like that. Make sure it's glass so you don't affect the quality of the fragrance in there. So again, the private blend is another proof to you that you can do, in fact, actually layer fragrances. It's a beautiful thing. Why not? I will layer, Umber Leather Parfum with the Mont Blanc Extreme Leather. Such a nice layer. Especially the iris here complements the violet here. Oof. It becomes beautiful. So nice. Okay, so yes, you can layer fragrances. And there's no right or wrong way to do it. Just use your common sense. Layer things that go well together, that complement each other, and enjoy your fragrances. So I just wanted to make a little clear that up, since a lot of people are giving wrong information about that. Yes, you can layer fragrances. Do it, try it, see if you like it. And it's creative, be creative in your life. Creative, it's an art. Fragrances is an art, just like music. So be creative, enjoy your life, be healthy, happy, live life boldly, be grateful that you're alive, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.